episode number 2 of Inside CAG NFL. It's your host, Alan JD for life, rocking out the playoff gear, getting ready for NBA and NHL playoffs. But we got quite a show tonight. We got a playoff game that did go final, as I checked. Also, we got 4 rosters to review. Also, a proposal for next season with ideas put together. Has not reached the commissioner yet, but we're hoping it will tonight. I know he's not checked it because he has not put my game as final yet. But let's get into the show and let's get this started. First, we're going to do the rosters that were not recognized last week. So let me go and get those up. And actually, I got everything downloaded. So let me get to these. Alright, first I've got D out that's roster, and he is not named his players, but only one I know is the gold quarterback, Michael Vick. He's got a bronze wide receiver, actually 2 bronze wide receivers, a bronze running back, a bronze tight end, bronze defensive end, bronze corner, another bronze corner, 2 bronze outside linebackers, bronze defensive end, copper tight end, copper corner, copper free safety, copper strong safety, copper inside linebacker, 2 copper defensive tackles, copper tackle, and a copper center. So that is D out that's roster. Let's see if who's next. It's going to be Mr. A Quick Assassin. His running back gold, Mr. Jim Brown. His quarterback, one of the greatest draft busts in NFL history, Mr. Tim Couch. His wide receiver Greg Little. Other wide receiver, Muhammad Massaquoi, former Independence Patriot. His corner is Lehigh Bolton. Brandon McDonald. His strong safety, Ibrahim Campbell. His free safety, Brody Poole. Outside linebacker, Scott Fujita. Carlos Dansby is his inside linebacker. Bertavius Mingo is his outside linebacker. And we got double the fun. 2 Joe Jaraviciuses in the league. He's got a copper Joe Jaravicius, a wide receiver copper Travis Benjamin. Lawrence Vickers is his fullback. Ben Watson's tight end. Shelton Brown the other corner. Joel Bellino is his guard. Spencer Duringo is his tackle. We got Billy Wynn as his defensive end. Phil Taylor as his defensive tackle. So we got the Dazzos left, so let's get to it. And I think I got them all. Yes. Okay. First, we are going for Mr. Papadazzo, since he's older first, the father, Papadazzo. His roster includes gold running back, Gil Sayers. His quarterback, Bob Avillanley. Marcus Robinson and David Terrell is his bronze wide receivers. His tight ends, Kellen Davis. His corners, Zachary Bowman and Vester Jackson. His inside linebacker, Hunter Hillemeyer. Bronze outside linebacker, Doug Buffon. Chris Conte, current Buccaneer, is his free safety. Major Wright, strong safety. I believe also ex-Buccaneer. His copper tight end is Keith Jackson. Other corner is Daniel Manning. His lineman, offensive lineman, Chris Williams, guard. Center, Jerry Fontenot. Also, his defensive end, Alonzo Spielman and Ed Bradovich. His copper wide receiver, Curtis Conway. His outside linebacker, Steve McClellan. And his copper kicker, Kevin Butler. So let's get to Son Dazzo's roster. And we got his quarterback, Brett Favre. His bronze running back, Edgar Bennett. Tight end, Richard Rodgers, former Buccaneer. He played for the Bucs for a few games. Wide receiver, Bill Schrader. Wide receiver, Robert Brooks. Outside linebacker, A.J. Hawk. Inside linebacker, Nick Barnett. Free safety, Morgan Burnett. Strong safety, Josh Jones. Two corners, Devon Hughes and Kevin King. His coppers, copper fullback, Aaron Ripcowie. Excuse me, I'm not a Packers fan, so saying these names why they mentioned. His wide receiver, Germano Allison. Center, Corey Lindley. His two guards are Jahari Evans and Jason Spriggs. Defensive tackles, he's got two, Kenny Clark, Gilbert Brown. His other corner, Greg Newsome. And his kicker, Greg Crosby. And I'm also assuming that he is going to use him as a punter also. So that's going to be your rosters for this year's CAG. Next, we will get into Week 1 games completed. First game, first I'm going to get into the playoff game. And a very good game. We had Brooklyn defeat Cleveland in a first-round playoff game, 9-0. So congratulations to Dazzo 47 in a hard-fought victory. He moves on to play Extron and Shoots, who we'll be mentioning in a second for the game of the week. Also, our Week 2 winner game of the week is the Eagles and the Browns. Well said, TJ. Well said. And actually, I got my chat open tonight, so I'll be able to read your chats. But the two games that were not game of the week, I actually got stats, and if you either heavy hitter or a quick assassin, if y'all run through, you got a CAG logo, Eddie. But a quick assassin or Mr. Heavy hitter, if y'all wouldn't mind, take screenshots where I can actually run the stats like Mr. Dialtat did. Oh, well, you need to get back to work where you can help me with this show too, where we can make it even bigger. Because I'm reading off a piece of paper. But anyways, this week's game of the week in Week 2 will be heavy hitters Philadelphia Eagles and Mr. Quick Assassins Cleveland Browns. That will be Week 2's game of the week. A very, very close vote. So in Week 1, we had three out of 4 played. Thanks to Microsoft Xbox, I was unable to play my game last night. That game will be made up. I actually got my Week 2 game in today. I will not give the final on this week's show, but I will give the final on next week's show. But the first one I want to mention is the Giants. Congratulations to who's online right now. Mr. Sitting Here Flossing, my good friend Eddie Gage. His Giants, who was not a Giants fan, by the way, isn't a Bears fan. They defeated the Philadelphia Eagles. I seen a little bit of it. It was a very good game. The Giants defeated the Eagles 21-10. Bear down. It's a Bucks life. Feel the power. But he improves to 1-0 on the season. And TJ, I don't know what's going on with your game, bro, but I'm supposed to be the guy that's rusty, but in a very good game, Cleveland actually defeats the Baltimore Ravens 24-20 in a very good game. TJ's losing a lot of close games. He did not make the playoffs last season, so TJ goes down in defeat as the Browns moved to 1-0, unlike the 2017 Browns that didn't even win a game. So, those are the finals, and now we're getting to the game of the week. It's going to be a little shorter show. Yes, he has. TJ, Eddie, you play TJ. Is TJ's gotten rusty, or... Because TJ used to kick my butt all the freaking time. But, I do want to get to the game of the week. Not to get off subject, but that's surprising TJ's losing a lot of these games, not making the playoffs last year. Woo! Yeah, Quick Assassins, he beat me. He beat me, before. I think me and him split one time. He's a good guy, though. But, let me get to the game of the week, and do not judge the score by the numbers. We had the Falcons defeat the Houston Oilers 35-23. And I'm going to explain what happened to the guys that do not know what happened in this game. The quarterback for Houston was hurt in a blitzing... Well, I believe if somebody runs the defense I kind of ran, I'll tell you what's going to be hard on that team is his defense. I actually outgained him in time of possession. I'm not going to get to the whole detail, but if somebody keeps up on that defense, I'm going to get to that later on. If somebody can stop that defense, they're going to win. They're going to beat him. But they're going to have to run that certain defense. I was able to contain Michael Vick a little bit. I gave myself a shot to actually win that game. And I'll tell you, I was pretty rusty. But I'm going to give more details next week. But I see him actually losing one if somebody's able to score on that defense. That defense is very good. And these numbers, I'm surprised Mr. X Run and Shoots was able to get 23 points. But they're going to have to control Michael Vick. Also, but let's get to the numbers. A well-deserved effort by Mr. X Run and Shoots, putting 23 points on the board. But the Falcons take it 35-23. Total yard, the Falcons 413. Yeah, the Oilers with 300 yards. Passing yards, we had the Falcons 330. Oilers 272, most of that with a bronze quarterback. Actually, not a bronze, but a generic. If anybody does not know, generics are terrible in this game. And using bronze quarterbacks it is rough this year. But rushing yards 63, actually, that would be 83 for the Falcons, and only 28 as expected. Extra run and shoots, he throws all the day. But average per carry was Michael Vick mostly with 7.5. And rushing with actually, if he would have ran the ball a little more, he had an average of 5.8. So if running shoots would have ran the ball a little more, maybe he could have actually won the game. But the game was settled. Extra running shoots, he throws the ball, and he's going to not win if he loses his quarterback. And I'm going to see if I actually got the turnovers. Yes, I do. Yes. If he would have like ran a little more than I did today, but I will say it's rough running this year with a bronze running back. Bronze running backs are hard to run with in this game. You're going to have at least a silver to run the ball efficiently. But run and shoots, he lives and dies by the pass. And nobody is going to be able to, muster up enough run when they're not experienced to, and especially with a generic quarterback. But also, we'll get to penalties. We had one on Houston for 9 yards. Turnovers, the Falcons had 3, and the Oilers also had 3. Points off turnovers, 14-7. Falcons take it. Time of possession, and as you see, this is going to be the second game in which this happened. He had the ball less than 10 minutes. 9:22 to 13:18. I was unable to get a comment from the winning coach, owner, whichever you want to call it. I do too. Extra running shoots. Welcome extra running shoots into the thing, but I was unable to get any comments from the winning coach. Hopefully they'll reply my message. Some reason I agree. Bronze quarterbacks are terrible and they're very inaccurate. If you see how many turnovers I got, and that's really what cost me the game today. It was actually a very good game. Yeah, I wish that quick release, yeah, it's good, but you really don't need it unless you're playing a blitzing person. I agree. But I asked extra running sheets a few questions, and this is what he was able to give me. And he thought I was asking him for a game plan, which I already had my game plan settled. And I'll say my game plan actually worked. Mostly just give my shot self a win. Try to win the game. And if anybody is like, well, it was 14-7, you had 3 interceptions. The game could actually went either way. It was actually 7-7 in the third quarter. At the end of the third quarter, he went up 14-7. He was able to, held me down with my, bronze quarterback. And I'll tell you another thing I don't know if anybody's having trouble with is these bronze receivers. They were... I know. Actually, I didn't run that. I was running a little Indian, and I was actually blitzing a few of my corners. I was running actually man most of the game, unless I had to, which I had to on that last series where he had that interception that actually gave me a shot to win. I just could not complete a ball with one receivers for my life. But I'll tell you another thing though. The bronze tight ends, those are very good. Kellen Winslow made a couple good plays today, but I'm gonna try to get into that game next week. But bronze quarterbacks, bronze receivers, they do not make a good combo. But I'm gonna get to run and shoot's words. LOL. Well, Vic is fast for a bronze defense. A gold. Oh, yeah, I lost. I didn't lose on a pick six. I actually was running the ball. I just couldn't complete it at the end. He intercepted me on like fourth down, which, I was just throwing it up. But he did take it 14-7, just to get into spoilers next week. If you want to look at the stats, they're up on CAG. But LOL. Well, Vic is fast for a bronze defense. A gold throwing against bronze defensive DBs is a big advantage. It was a good game, but just didn't have enough O to keep up. B, well played. No, good said. Run and shoot's always a class act. He made a very, very good game out of it. He'll bounce back. I see him making the playoffs this year. He's still got that gold wide receiver that has, not seen a full game potential, and that's going to hurt a defense. But if you want to talk about defensive battles, he's all right. Come on, he's a class act. He's a class act. But anyways, for y'all that have not voted, I know you're Eddie. We all having fun. But for those who don't know, I'm not going to give the standings yet. We just played one game. But here are the week 2 matchups. One of these has already went final, as you already know. But week 2 matchups, Bears at Eagles. We have the Packers at Ravens, Falcons at Bucks, Oilers at Browns. If I'm getting those correct. But I believe those are week 3s. Yeah, those are week 3s. Those are the games actually you need to vote on. Those are week 3 games. So I believe it's the Browns at Oilers at Brown. I don't know. But I do got our week. I think I messed up on them weeks. But because I was jotting it down like 15 minutes before the kickoff. But no. Game of the week next week is going to be a Quick Assassin and Philly. But I do got it on our thread. Please send me a PM for Game of the Week. We had a close, week. We had a very good week, Game of the Week, and like I said, if somebody could just take a camera and just screen the shots where I could read the stats for our Game of the Week, we'd appreciate it here on Alan JD for Live Productions. Also, I'm thinking about, filming my game. Today was unexpected. I did not think I'd be up that early to play a game, and I knew I had to get I did not want to, hurt myself and not try to make up the game, so I got my week 2 game, week 1. Papa Dazzo, I'll be ready for you. But week 1's in the books, except one game. The Bears and Buccaneers will be, our next game. Make sure everybody, vote for our week two game. But Eddie, since you're here, if you, I sent you the little proposal I was going to send TJ today. I don't know. Like I said, this is not official. This was a proposal I actually wrote down that was understanding between TJ, mine, and your idea for next season, the college football. How'd you now? Could you actually explain in the comments where I could actually get on the show before we wrap up here? Because I'm gonna try to get off the air for 8 o'clock Eastern to watch SmackDown. But if you could in the comments right quick, could you actually explain like if you was running the season, how many golds, bronze, silvers would you like to run? If you could do that right quick, and I will actually, like I said, this is a proposal. This is nothing official, but I did write this down where everybody, because I do believe we should have a vote. Like I said, we have votes every year, but I actually came up with 3 different things for next season. All right, no problem. Like I said, as long as you're done by 8 o'clock, I don't care. But I'm going to read this proposal out that I sent to TJ. I don't know if he's going to approve it or not, but I just combined mine, Eddie's, and TJ's ideas since we were the ones that actually comment. Everybody, we still got like 6 weeks before the end of the season. 7, if I'm not mistaken. But these were mine, his, and TJ's idea for next season. I don't know if anybody wants to approve this or not, but here we go. And I actually came up with a new rule where everybody would be guaranteed a bowl game. And this is how I'll have it. And all 3 of these have the bowl format. Okay. Proposal number 1 would be 2017 favorite college teams. Top 4 would enter 1 through 4 in a playoff football type of playoff. If odd numbers of teams, number 5 and 4, would play a bowl game. 5, 5, 1, 9. It's team line you could add 5 to end. Work. Like I said, run your ideas to TJ, but this is my proposal if we would have. I am more than willing to meet in the middle. How rough draft last season. I just don't want all them bronze. You know what I'm saying? All them bronze and just have 1 gold. Because like I said, it's a struggle to only have bronze on the field. We're going to have, a bunch of turnovers this year. Turnovers ain't fun in 5-minute quarters. You play 3 interceptions, basically you're doomed. But proposal number 1 would be 2017 rosters. But this is my little bold. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Then TJ added this. Okay, this is my proposal if we go odd again next year. Yeah, like I said, we're still, it's debating on, playoffs and in anyway. But I actually thought this would be a good idea if we had an odd number of teams. Number 5 and 4 would play in a bowl game to determine the number 4 seed. That's when you could have everybody, even if we have an odd number of teams, everybody would be guaranteed at least 1 bowl game. 1 game, like 7 and 8, 6 and, well, still, some way we could do it where, everybody can be guaranteed a bowl game. Because I think 5 and 4, 6 and 7, 8 and 9. Yeah. And the top 3 seeds would have a bye and wait for the playoffs. But those 3 games, you have the 2 toilet bowls and you have the quarterfinal of the playoffs. That's where everybody would be guaranteed a bowl game. Yeah, 8 and 9. Yeah. We'll have more than 5 teams, I agree. But there was talking about maybe 4 in a college football playoff, and the other teams would be guaranteed a bowl game. Yeah, there would be a tulip bowl, like maybe the Meineke Car Care Bowl. I was thinking maybe everybody could have like a neutral stadium type of thing, and where everybody could have their sponsor their own bowl, like realistic bowls, like maybe, like the Belt Bowl here could be one, like one of the minor bowls. Everybody could, choose your favorite bowl, then, you could play it in a neutral stadium because you can actually do that, change your stadium for the home team for the bowls. But odd teams like 5 and 4, where you could have it where everybody could have a bowl for odd amount of teams, like 6 and 7, 8 and 9. You'd have 2 bowls there, then 5 and 4. I'm just saying if we have 9 teams. Yeah, like I said, you can have it any stadium you like. The Floss Bowl. I would call mine the Alan JD for Life Productions Bowl. Yeah, we have like 3 Bears fans. But Alan JD for Life Productions Bowl, not practice facility, because I guess I'll be playing in the Toilet Bowl, so I can use the practice facility for the 8-9 matchup. We're just having fun here. But no, but my proposal would be 8, like if we had 9 teams like this year, 8 and 9 could play in one bowl. Then you could have another, 6 and 7 play in the toilet, the toilet and the cereal bowls. Then 5 and 4 would meet in a bowl to determine the number 4 seed. Then you'd have the 3 teams sitting there in the college football playoff waiting on, and your number 1 seed would play 5 or 4. Because then you'd guarantee every person would be guaranteed at least 1 bowl. And like I said, this is the proposal, but I'm going to run down the scenarios. I don't know where everybody's head's at, but here's the 3 scenarios that I've got. Yeah, scream ball. Okay. Number 1, 2017 rosters. And if anybody don't know, like, hey, somebody wants realistic rosters for positions, I could, download the roster update for NCAA 14 and have the 2017 rosters easily for somebody. I could give you the ratings for the certain team. Like if somebody wanted to use Georgia Southern, well, there you go. You could have Georgia Southern, your top players. And this is another proposal which I thought would be also a good idea. Would be all-time greats. That means your all-time greats for your favorite school or whatever. Duke would be kind of hard, but, I could manage probably make a team of Duke all-time greats. I could probably find it on the NCAA 14. But that's another idea. You could have your favorite team and past or present current players you would want on that team. I like these names you're coming up with, Eddie. But, no, you could have, like, your all-time greats. Maybe, like, if you Florida State, you'd have Derek Brooks, Charlie Ward. Notre Dame, they would have a good core. Alabama, they would have a good core. Also, you could have the all-time greats and, same bowl rules apply. I think the bowl system would work next season. It would be fun for, one season. But the last one would bring a classic. I believe it was my 4th season, 5th 6, something like that. But we have not played it in a while. It will be a historical black college return. I don't know if anybody wants to do that again, but everybody would be African American player skin tone. And, you'd pick historical black college. I don't know if anybody wants to do that proposal again. I was thinking about that. Yeah. I don't know. I'm throwing in the middle. I was throwing in the middle mostly today, Eddie. But, Eddie's getting me cracked up. But, I don't know. So which one, of those 3 specials, which one would you recommend, Eddie? Or I know we have 3 people in the chat, so get those chat lips going and tell me what sounds good, 1, 2, or 3. 2017 all-time greats or HBUs. Like I said, I think it would be a good idea if we would have a choice where everybody... Yeah, I was just throwing the historical blacks because I know we've done it before and I know TJ was crazy about it. Me, I don't understand why you'd have, Josh Freeman on the Johnson C. Smith. But all-time greats, I believe, or 2017 would work. But I don't think it would be up for me or anybody else to decide. I think we should have a vote on 3 proposals, like we've been doing with the 4th down rule. But we're getting ready to be around 15:08 Eastern. But anybody else want to discuss anything they have on their mind? Thoughts on week 1? Anything like that? I doubt that. I doubt that one. I don't think so. I don't think anybody. We got a pretty good crowd. Even for a guy that's rustier than Russ, that's not played in almost a year and a half in this league. I know you are, Eddie. I know you are. But, is anybody else have any comments before we wrap this one up and give a preview for next week's show? Anybody have, Eddie, how do you feel how your team did in week 1? Or your first game? You glad you have the good build? You with these names, Eddie. I hope these stay in the comments on my YouTube page. He was able to hold his game in check. I'll have more about my game next week on week 3. I believe, episode 3. We're in week 2. Well, week 2, but it'll be episode 3 since we had a preview show. Yeah, the run, I believe, is pretty easy to stop, to be honest. I'll tell you today, what made me mad was, like I said, I don't want to get into week 2 games till next week, but my Bronze defensive end missing Michael Vick by inches. And that would have been a 4-yard loss instead of he passed the ball. But I wish we would have had live stream. That would be an appetizer of how to stop his Bronze quarterback. Well, not stopping, containing. Because he only had 80 yards rushing. I'll get into that next week. But I'm going to give a preview for next week's show. Hopefully we'll have some more people listen to this on replay. Hey, when you're poor like me, you live in the South, and you're thankful there's only been one Major League Baseball player current and one WWE guy, then you know. But I'll be doing it at my grandma's. I have better color there. My room is dark. I know when you poor folk like me, you got to use a mobile phone. But local news today, I don't know if you're a baseball fan, Eddie, but if you ever heard of Brian Harvey, his son Hunter Harvey that went to Bandy's High School where I went, was called up to the majors today by the Baltimore Orioles. Congratulations to him. Also, if you're a WWE fan, the same high school, Adam Scherr, a.k.a. Braun Strowman. At least you ain't a Cubs fan. I cheer for the worst team in the world, Miami Marlins. We suck this year. Actually, none of the teams this year are good in Chicago. No, they're too arrogant. Eddie, I'm glad you ain't a hockey or basketball fan. Blackhawks, Bulls this year, ugh, they've been terrible. But I will say I'm glad the Blackhawks clinched it for my boys. LA. I'm glad I'll be watching that game tomorrow night unless me and Papa Dazzo's playing. I ain't gonna get too much hockey, my gosh, it's football. But my Kings play the Golden Knights, hopefully midnight on Cinderella, and Marc-Andre Fleury's not playing, so we should have a good chance to win that series. But preview for next week, we will have a discussion about life after CAG. I've talked to Eddie a little bit about it. One person kind of didn't like the idea. I'm not going to give any names, but of the questionnaire this year, this next week will be on the future of CAG. And it's a reality. It's a reality, and I've shown people video about it. You can now play online Sonic Adventure in World Series Baseball 2K2. I know it's an old game, but we got to start thinking about life after CAG, or All Pro Football. The Xbox 360's lifespan's going to be down, I say, by 2019. End of 2019, I believe so. Well, like I said, we'll get into that subject next week. I know we have Axis Football coming to consoles. I played Axis Football on my phone. It's the worst football game. But we also got Maximum Football that's going to have custom features. I mean, I'm not shooting on Axis Football, but please get a better gameplay. I mean, if they're going to put this game for sale, make it $10. Maximum Football, they're giving an effort. Canadian football is a complete different game. But at least they're not lying to us. I was crucified about Joe Montana 16. I told people, it's fake. He's done this stuff before. What did it turn out to be? Some lousy mobile game that nobody played, really. Blew that smoke. I'll do it again. Mirrors. At least these independent developers are not lying to us as the sim community. I'm not going to get Madden 19 or whatever they call it. Even I'll shoot on Madden today. Heck, it's John Madden's birthday. Might as well shoot on it. Throw them likes, or say 2K rules if you agree with this. Madden sucks. I will not play Madden. I bought Madden 25 and I sold it. I sold it for, I think, $10. I sold it for $10. NCAA football 14. It's a little improvement. But heck, college football 2K2 destroys it. If you want to play a good college football game, go get 2K3 or 2K2. Those are actually sim football. Yeah, I've been hearing about that too. I ain't gonna get my hopes up. 2K Sports is owned by, WWE 2K. Hopefully the agreement stays, and hopefully, 2K Sports makes a football return there. But I think it's just a rumor for right now. Unfortunately, because, the 2K Sports, does WWE 2K, and I believe they're going to have more than one season of success if they want to do, XFL. They're going to have to, it's going to have to be good. It's going to be at least arena football good. And I'm not talking about your watered down arena football of today. I'm talking about where the arena football where it used to be pre-NBC days. With the Carolina Cobras, Nashville Cats, those days. But we'll visit that area next week and everything. I'm going to put this one on demand where everybody could see, but we'll have next week's show. Hopefully, I'm going to try to, maybe even Sunday. I don't know. Depends on how many games are played. But I'm going to have to wrap this one up because it's getting 8 o'clock. And I'm going to see who makes their call up today. But I appreciate Extra and Shoot, Eddie Gage, a.k.a. sitting here flossing. After his work schedule, we're hoping, to get back on Google Hangouts and, hopefully send it to my channel. Thanks, Eddie. Like I said, I'm doing much as I can till Eddie. Thanks, Running Shoots, and thanks, Eddie. I'm doing much as I can till Eddie gets back on track with his, his real life. But I do want to leave. I do think it would be a good idea to leave the channels here because we do have more subscribers here for my Fan Pack Central. Like I said, Eddie, I got it till you get back, bro, and we'll combine them, and we're gonna have a heck of a show. But I'm gonna have to wrap this one up. I'm just trying to do the best as I can. I got a little background on inside a certain 2 leagues I will not mention. Wish them luck. They're doing their best right now. Whatever they're doing now, I don't even pay attention to them, but no hard feelings on them. But also I gotta, I do shows for, high school football in the area. I'm actually a volunteer analysis. Ooh, I might have to watch that while I watch my wrestling. But I'll have it on mute while I watch WWE. But, guys, I'm going to have to wrap this one up. It is getting almost 8 o'clock, and I want guys to get to the games and everything. 7 Central for, I don't know what time is Arizona, but I know right now, Running Shoots, it's running about 7 o'clock. So, why do you got to mention that name? I'm picking. No hard feelings with them. That was a long time ago. I like him. He's a pretty cool dude. What he's done before, is in the past. Like I said, it's a clean slate. What they're doing over there, I'm glad. Destro is doing his league. Me, I'm doing my league, and I'm having fun. Dr. Sin's a pretty cool dude. I will agree. I worked for him. I know me and him had our ups and downs, but he is a cool dude. I don't want to mention it was in the past. Like I said, a lot of people, I pissed off in the past, but I have no hard feelings towards anybody, including over there. Even though I'm not, even though, I'm not, I will not ever join them, join over there. I'm glad what they've done. They're doing a great thing. I mean, do I agree? No. But let it be. People does Madden. People do their Madden leagues. And I don't watch. It is what it is. I will do it like Destro. It is what it is. But I'm glad there's more than one league in CAG. I'm very proud. I mean, they do their league, and I'm glad it's succeeding. Just hopefully, no blow-ups. I do my show, to help TJ out. TJ is one of the greatest people I've ever met. Like I said, when I reach 30 years old, I agree. Yeah, I can guarantee they wouldn't let me join either. They think I'm going to blow the whistle off. Hey, I'm 30 years old now. I'm too old for the kitty business. Honestly, I don't have time for 2 leagues. I'm barely keeping up with one, and I'm barely keeping up with one, and I'd rather, be in one league. I wish I was 20. Where did 10 years go? But no, Dr. Sam, he's a cool dude, and I wish he would join back. We need more teams in CAG. I wish all the guys would return. Tom Papernetti, Vertigo, NTQ. You ain't. Run and shoot, you're a cool dude. Don't worry. At least you ain't 72 like a certain person we know. You know who I'm picking on. But no, who's our senior citizen bowl? It would either have to be Dazzo and TJ or you and Papa Dazzo. Who's the senior bowl now? Is it Papa Dazzo still and TJ, or is it you and Papa Dazzo? Which one's the senior bowl now? I know that, but I know TJ. He was running up there last time I remember. I'm still trying to figure out. Who cares? I know I ain't the youngest anymore. But no, no. But I'll say I miss them. I wish it would grow to 32 teams. Do a 32-team league, but 47, that would be 72. 1947, that would be 72. 73 this year. No, is he 60? Am I doing my math right? My grandma's 82. He was born in 47. I don't know. He would be 70, I believe. Let me add this up before I go off the air. I got 3 minutes. Okay. Let me add this up because I'm curious. 71. He would be 70. His birthday's in December, so he's 70. Yeah. Forgive me, I don't have a calculator right now, but yeah, he's 70. I know it's in December because I remember. Somewhere I remember, but that's an inspiration. Him and Dan Bartholomew, they're inspirations. It's only, by my phone, it's only 7:58. But, guys, I am going to wrap this up. But whatever the SBU or whatever they call it, I'm going to wish them luck. Hopefully we can have some friendlies in the future, but lucky. It was in New Orleans. Yeah, that match was stupid. You lucky. But I'm going to get off here and watch the SmackDown, guys. That's pretty cool. But, guys, I might go and wrap this one up before we go bye-bye. And I'm not even drunk tonight. But anyways, guys, this has been Inside CAG NFL. Until then, this is Alan JD for Life wrapping this up tonight. Y'all have a good one. Peace.